Okay, let us read Matthew chapter 10 from verse 40 to 42. Okay, let us read together. Anyone who welcomes you welcomes me, and anyone who welcomes me welcomes the one who sent me. Whoever welcomes a prophet as a prophet will receive a prophet's reward, and whoever welcomes a righteous person as a righteous person will receive a righteous person's reward. And if anyone gives even a cup of cold water to one of these little ones who is my disciple, truly I tell you, that person will certainly not lose their reward. I attached the title Law of Retribution, but as you understand the content of this Bible verse, another title must be added, the Law of Representation. So, like an ambassador represents a nation, minister of the gospel, any minister of the gospel represents kingdom of God. So representation. Now I'm representing the kingdom of God. Now I'm representing the teaching of Jesus Christ. So that's the law of representation. So any of you visit any place, and then you are scheduled to preach the gospel, you may think you are alone, but you are representing the one who sent you to preach. He's Jesus. He's God our Father. So when you recognize that you are representing Kingdom of God, you are representing the holy mission of Jesus Christ, then you may experience mighty anointing of Holy Spirit. At this time, I always remind of around 45 years ago, I was preparing seminary to become a pastor, to become a missionary. At that time, I grew up in the church, but I was not so much devoted one. At that time, when I was 24 years young, 1 year ahead of entering into seminary, spiritually speaking, I was a disobedient one. I did not obey God's commandment because I do not understand the representing role of my senior pastor, representing role of my wife of senior pastor in the province. The wife of pastor kept asking me to join kindergarten ministry, children ministry every Sunday. But I rejected politely because I was very busy in preparing the college entrance examination. This is the general Korean culture. If you are second year high school student or third year high school student, all your family members all in you, encouraging you, supporting you, so that you may study more, so that you may pass the entrance examination in the university. But the wife of pastor, her name was Lee Sang-sil. Her name was Lee Sang-sil. She kept asking me, Mr. Ahn, we need you. There are number of children more than 150 now, but the number of teachers are lacking. So I wish you join. Oh, how can I? anything you can do for the children ministry. But I smiled and refused. Mom, wait for me 3 more years, wait for me 2 more years, wait for me 1 more year until I enter into the college. At that time, I was suffering from my kidney failure. My kidney failure very much serious. I went down to worst stage. I might say I was destined to die within a month. So medical doctor pronounced that I was in hopeless state. So I was encouraged, I was advised to prepare yourself. You are going to finish your life within a month. And then at the time, there was a revival meeting open in my hometown church. So I decided to attend there. Every day, every morning, every evening session, dawn session, I was very faithful so that I may experience healing power. I wish to receive healing grace. What is surprising, so many church members, they offer Thanksgiving offering after they receive the miraculous healing. At that time, 40 years ago, 50 years ago, our economic condition was very poor. So many people got sick, and then they are not able to get proper treatment, proper medical treatment in the hospital because no money. No money means no medicine. You must die. So I did my best to draw the attention of God. I look around, many church members experience miraculous healing. Miraculous healing, because of miraculous healing happened to them, then they are willing to offer Thanksgiving offering and they are willing to share testimony, except me. So I was thinking that I was one of the best. I was one of the good guy. But why God does not pay attention to my prayer? That was my problem. And then on the last day session, I was touched by the word of the Lord, a word of the Lord. The word of the Lord was this. First, second, third paragraph. Whoever listens to you. Okay. Same episode, but the writer was Luke. Whoever listens to, let us say it together. Whoever listens to you, listens to me. Whoever rejects you, reject me. But whoever rejects me, reject him who sent me. 20. However, do not rejoice that the Spirit submit to you, but rejoice that your names are written in heaven. And then I heard the interpreting word. Whoever listens to you, listens to me. Whoever listens to you, the preacher or Bible teacher, listen to Jesus. So he explained this way. Anyone who listens to the teaching of senior pastor, ordained pastor, then ordained pastor representing Jesus Christ. So it has same value that you listen to the teaching of Jesus Christ. The one who listens to the teaching of Jesus Christ is to listen to God who sent Jesus for us. So he kept explaining representing system. Then while I was listening, yes, I listened to the word of my senior pastor. because I was thinking that I was one of the good boy. But surprisingly, the speaker added, you must be aware of that even wife of pastor is a servant of the Lord. When you do not listen to the advice, spiritual advice from the wife of senior pastor, it is the disobedience of the word of Jesus. Because when even wife of pastor instructing you for the spiritual benefit, for the church ministry, then you must be careful. You must be obeying. Then the moment I listened to that word, I was stunned. I was surprised so much. Oh, I rejected politely with a smiling face for 3 years. I was thinking that Mrs. Lee Sang-sil, Mom Lee Sang-sil, encouraged me, invited me to church ministry. I never thought that she was representing Jesus, the head of the church, Jesus. I never realized that she's the representing God our Father. Okay, because I wasn't aware of that senior pastor or ordained pastor or wife of pastor is representing Jesus. That's why I made a big mistake. So I was surprised. Yeah, even wife of pastor representing Jesus. Oh my God, I made a big mistake. And from that moment, I began to think in this way. Whenever I pray, Lord, hear my prayer and heal me, have mercy on me. And then Jesus seems to speak to me in this way. My son, don't you know I am very busy to take care of many poor people, to heal many sick people? I'm too busy to take care of your own problem. Because I have been asking you, please join, please help my children ministry, Sunday school ministry. But you said always, Mom, I am very busy, I'm not available. So according to the law of retribution, you said no, you are not available. Then I must say no, I'm not available for you. Because you keep rejected. Even though smiling face, you reject it. Anyway, you rejected my offer, my holy calling. You ignored my holy calling. So I had to stop asking, Lord, help me. Lord, hear my prayer. Lord, heal me. Lord, bless me so that I may enter into college. So I stopped praying to God for healing. Because God seems to keep speaking, I'm very busy. I'm too busy to help you. According to the law of retribution, according to the law of representation, so I had to decide. Of course, I kneel down in front of the altar. I had a chance every evening, every moment, praying for the sick. I was there. They placed my head. They prayed for me, but nothing happened. Because my ignorance, my poor understanding of the word of the Lord, my poor understanding of the representing church minister is representing Jesus Christ. I never be aware of that. So I have decided to have a personal counseling. Mom, 이상실. Mom, I'm confessing my mind now. Now, I thought that I have decided to follow your instruction, obey your instruction. I'm ready to join church ministry from this coming Sunday. And she welcomed. She was very happy. Wow, I welcomed you. I welcomed you. And then she added one more asking. Now, Christmas is coming. In a month, Christmas is arrived. So we are preparing Christmas cantata special program. Tenor part. Men's singer, tenor part is lacking. So I wish you to join men's tenor part singer. But don't you know it's very busy? But I must not say that. I just immediately I said, yes, Mom, I'm willing to join. You know, the choir member, to become a choir member is really makes yourself very busy. If you're a choir member, regular choir member, you must attend all the public worship. After public worship, you must join choir practice. Huh? So you are tied up in church ministry because the other position, they just attend the church worship. But choir member, they must practice more than 1 hour. Every week, practice more than 1 hour. Practice. You must practice singing in the middle of the week, Wednesday, after Wednesday prayer meeting. You must join, also practice after Sunday worship, Sunday evening worship. Anyway, I have decided I must obey God's calling. But I began to negotiate in this way. Lord, you know, I'm offering my precious hour for study. Now I'm offering for your ministry, church ministry. But I have a special request. Give me special wisdom. Wisdom that granted King Solomon. Because I have only 1 month to prepare the entrance examination. But you know, I'm sick. So the people who are suffering from kidney, they cannot continue long hours. Just I can study as I sit on the study desk. I can continue only 1 hour. No more I cannot continue my study because got tired. The people who have kidney problem, they easily got tired. So give me physical strength and give me special wisdom. And that was the motive that I prayed to God. I prayed to God honestly out of understanding what the gospel says. So that was representing the law representing of the anointed one, and then next one the law of represents the law of the retribution. This is what I can say. Whenever poor people, beginner, naive one, uneducated one, mostly they pray, they got healed. But the one like me, who is bright one, who grew up in the church, who are very selfish, who are intelligent, God knows how to deal with that kind of person. This is what I understood. Until I read the Bible, until I listen to the word of the Lord, until I understand the hidden, the will of God from the written word of the Lord. That's what God wants from me. So, as I understand my fault, as I understand my mistake, I changed my mind, I changed my life. I came toward God, and then I obeyed around 2 weeks. I began to feel my body becoming stronger. I began to feel my body becoming stronger. My kidney trouble disappear. Then one more. I was my mind was busy in preparing the reading all the 10 subjects textbook. Lord, let me read only one time. I have enough time. Only read one time only, not 2 times, 3 times. You have to give me special wisdom, memorizing ability. Then I checked myself whether I received the special wisdom from God or not. One day I was surprised. God gave me literally wonderful wisdom. I just able to read only one page, turn to the next page. I began to remember. I remember all content, especially Korean history. The many episodes happened. It has historical significance around 10 points, 15 points. I was able to read all 15 points. In the Joseon dynasty, 가보경장, the revolution, historical significance of 가보경장, 15 numbers, I was able to remember everything. So I began to enjoy amazing grace of God by understanding the law of representation, the law of retribution. The Lord sent His word to heal His people. That's why now I became a pastor. I became a missionary. Okay, so look at the photo. Go back. Look at the photo. Eating food. Then the Lord is here. The Lord is here, welcoming table. Okay, let us read from the beginning. When you enter a house, first say, peace to this house. If someone who promotes peace is there, your peace will rest on them. If not, it will return to you. Stay there, eating and drinking whatever they give you, for the worker deserves his wages. Do not move around from house to house. Okay, eating food, when someone welcomes you and offers food for you to eat, there's a hidden secret there. Stay there, 7, stay there, eating and drinking whatever they give you, for the worker deserves his wages. Do not move around from house to house. It means God assigned this house, this family, to support your ministry while you are preaching gospel in that village. Okay? Jesus commanded his disciples, don't bring any money and extra purse, extra money back. Just go and preach in my name. Heal the sick, drive out demon in my name. Do not move around from house to house. Another family might ask you, come to my house, eat food, or come to my house and sleep there. Don't move around. Just You stick around staying one house, one family. Stick around in sleeping there in one house. Stick around eating food there. If there are any another community people wish to treat you, let them bring food to that house. So in this much, God prepared, Jesus prepared. God support this ministry. Okay? Continue. When you enter, ready, go. When you enter a town and are welcomed, eat what is offered to you. Eat what is offered to you. The eating is very much significant. When someone welcomes you, prepare food, then you must eat. While you are eating in the family, some spiritual fellowship is happening. And then, verse 9, heal the sick who are there and tell them the kingdom of God has come near to you. Heal the sick. The healing miracle, okay, is resulted after eating together. Healing miracle happened after recognizing, welcoming. So this is the ministry, spiritual law. Spiritual blessing also flowing through physical contact, physical fellowship, food, eating food together fellowship. So the servant of the Lord must understand this. Okay? Whoever listens to, ready, go. Whoever listens to you, listen to me, Jesus. Whoever listens to you, reject me, Jesus. But whoever reject me, reject him who sent me, God. So this kind of spiritual relationship is there. Okay? The Lord is here. The Lord is here. Whenever you welcome you from their heart, okay, you must demonstrate your love for the minister by preparing good food, eating together. And the family are blessed by offering food. Then you are also honored by eating and bless them in the name of Jesus. The Lord is here wherever there is a fellowship. The Lord is here wherever welcoming is here. Okay, next one. Okay, let us read together. There you go. If you are invited to join the gospel ministry in the church, you are the most honored and blessed one among many children of God. Elisha celebrated his calling by making big banquet by butchering 2 oxen for all the community people as a token of honor coming from God. While I was preparing this message, the Lord gave me a new understanding, new insight about why the people of God in Exodus, why people of God, they rejected entering into the promised land. They complained. They would not believe in the promise of God. Even though Moses delivered message of God, God promised God is going to fighting with you. But why they were murmuring, complaining, weeping, crying out, and they disobeyed completely. Why? Because they misunderstood Moses, who are getting older, who are becoming forgetting. He might suffer dementia, 치매. That's why majority people would not trust him. The people in Canaan, very tall, the cities are very high, very stronghold. According to the leader's assessment, it is almost impossible. Why old leader Moses keep insisting, go attack, take the cannon. But why they would not do that? Because clearly God told them through Moses' mouth. But they do not understand. Moses was representing God himself. Because the majority of people got failed in obeying God's command. 40 years delayed because they did not understand. Moses was representing God. So it is very much important. Even though you are living with pastor, senior pastor, even though you are living with the wife of pastor, if you do not recognize that anointed servant of the Lord is representing God, you are not blessed. So it is very much important. When Elijah approached to Elisha, God called you to be the servant. Then he was overjoyed. At that time he was supplying the field, 2 oxen, 2 couple of cow slaughtered to become a fiesta food for all the people. They celebrate eating together. Celebrate what? He was called by God to become a servant of the Lord. So in that way, Elisha was the one who recognized the law of the spiritual law of representation. Elijah was representing God himself. That's why Elisha was willing to be a servant of the Lord. So remember to recognize spiritual law of the law of representation. We are representing God our Father, Christ Savior. So our attitude is changed differently. Then God's holy power is relieving through you. Okay, next one. Genesis 12:1-3. Now I'm introducing young literal translation. Literal English translation from the Hebrew. Okay? Ready, go. And Jehovah said unto Abram, go for thyself. Okay? In another translation, go from thy land. That is enough. For literal translation, go for thyself. Go for thyself. What's the meaning of go for thyself? It is for your honor. If you obey, it becomes your blessing. It becomes for your own family blessing. Go for thyself from thy land, from the house of thy father unto the land which I show thee. Continue. And I make thee become a great nation, and bless thee, and make thy name great, and be thou a blessing. And I will bless those who bless you, and him who dishonors you I will curse. And in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. It is one more time. The law of representation is repeated. And then another, the law of retribution is embedded. Go for thyself means obey God's command. Obey for yourself. Obey for your benefit. So whatever I do according to the commandment of God, then I must realize that it becomes my blessing. It becomes my own honor. Okay? Remember retribution, and then retribution, representation of God, and then retribution. Okay, next one. Okay, Genesis 13, ready go. The Lord said to Abraham after Lot had parted from him, "Look around from where you are, to the north and south, and to the east and west. All the land that you see I'll give to you and your offspring forever. I will make your offspring like the dust of the earth. Go, walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you." When there's a conflict between Lot, his nephew, and then Abraham and his shepherd, Abraham was willing to sacrifice. So, okay, in your understanding, the land is too narrow, so we have to separate it. But I wish to give you the chance to make your own decision first. If you take right path, I'll take left path. If you take left path, I'll take right path, in that way. And then, before making decision, the Lord looked around. He was attracted by along the Jordan River. He took the Jordan River, very green land, fertile land, watered land. Now Abraham understood that his nephew Lot is very greedy, very selfish. He never considered his own uncle, Abraham. But Abraham said, "Okay, go. You may occupy the well-watered land." He blessed. And then the God of Abraham observed what is going on. Abraham, for keeping peace, he was willing to sacrifice his own selfishness. Then God said, "Look around, lift up your head and look around, all direction, all the part of the land, including Jordan River, which his Lord took out of selfishness." And then the red color is very much important. Ready? Let's read once again. Let it go. Go, walk through the length and breadth of the land, for I am giving it to you. In Hebrew, it is called hit halak, walk. Halak. Hit halak means to and fro. To and fro. Breadth of the land, the length of the land. This is the symbolic expression. This is the marking the ownership. I am the owner of this land. And the walking. To and fro, front and back. This is doing signature, having signature. It is mine. It is given by God. This land is mine, what God has given to me. And then I walk through, here and there. Okay, this is the attitude by faith. So Abraham made signature, this land belongs to me. So in that way, God's blessing granted to Abraham revealed systematically. So now we are crossing over the old year, and then we are approaching to new year. So may you enjoy blessing of God by understanding the law of representation and the law of attribution. Amen. Yeah. May God bless you abundantly.